आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Exactly 100 years ago, on the 4th of February 1922, the Chauri-Chaura incident took place. Gandhiji had launched the non-cooperation movement on the 1st of August 1920. As the movement gathered momentum over the next year and a half, a large number of volunteers became active across the country. In January 1922, the Gorakhpur Congress Committee and the Khilafat Committee urged peasants to lead the picketing of shops selling foreign items. The police cracked down on volunteers and severely beat up some peasants. This incident infuriated the local people. On February the 4th, people assembled in the town of Chauri-Chaura and proceeded to picket the Mundera Bazaar, which was close to the Chauri-Chaura police station. When the police opened up fire, a volcano of anger erupted amongst the protesters.
Protesters came down heavily on the police. The crowd set the police station on fire. 23 police personnel died and a lot of police property was destroyed. Mahatma Gandhi was shocked by the incident and he decided to halt the non-cooperation movement, which was finally stopped on 12 February 1922.
More than 200 protesters were put up on trial by the British administration for the Chauri-Chaura incident, and 6 of them died in police custody. After an 8-month-long trial, 172 people were sentenced to death. This verdict met severe backlash, after which the Allahabad High Court revised its judgment and sentenced 19 to death, 110 to life imprisonment, and the remaining received long jail terms. Today, a Shaheed Smarak stands at the site in honor of those martyrs. AIR News salutes the brave sons of the soil.
We also remember the nationalist leader M.A. Ayyangar, Madabhooshi Ananthasayanam Ayyangar, who was born on 4th February 1891 at Tiruchanur near the spiritual town of Tirupati. Ayyangar was drawn into the freedom movement at a very early age. Within his home state, he was one of the leading figures of the Indian National Congress. Responding to Gandhiji's call for non-cooperation, Ayyangar suspended his legal practice during 1921 and 22.
Between 1940 and 1944, Ayyangar was imprisoned for nearly 3 years. First, for taking part in the individual Satyagraha campaign, and later in the Quit India movement.
When G.V. Mavlankar was chosen as the Speaker of the Constituent Assembly for legislative functions, Ayyangar was chosen to be its Deputy Speaker. Thus, when the first Lok Sabha was constituted in 1952, Ayyangar was the unanimous choice to be its Deputy Speaker. After the sudden demise of G.V. Mavlankar, Ayyangar was elected unanimously to preside over the Lok Sabha on 8th of March 1956.
During his brief tenure as the Speaker of the first Lok Sabha, Ayyangar proved himself a worthy inheritor of the high traditions in the parliamentary life. Ayyangar was thus the unanimous choice of the House to be its Speaker in the second and third Lok Sabha also. In 1962, he resigned from the post of Speaker to serve as the Governor of Bihar.
Ayyangar also remained active socially in the field of education. Ayyangar breathed his last on 19th March 1978. AIR News pays tribute to the great leader. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.